Hello everyone, this is a guide to Nightingale and a Nightingale co-op, how to play co-op with your friends. And I want to mention a few things first. First of all, if you don't want to hear me talk and blah blah and want to get to straight in the game, then you can skip to the timestamp that is in the comments below for the YouTube viewers, and for everyone who found this over the Steam guide, there is also a timestamp in the Steam guide itself. So, the first thing I want to mention is I am not a native English speaker. I am German, and this is why I might make mistakes with the pronunciation and stuff like that. I'm sorry in advance. The second thing I want to mention is the date. Today is the 4th October 2025. The game is currently on sale on Steam for 50% off and free on Epic Games. But since I purchased the game on Steam, I will show everything out of the Steam perspective. There might be a few changes on Epic, but most of it should stay the same. Next is any feedback would be greatly appreciated, since I don't have Epic Games installed and don't plan onto it. Any feedback from you who own Epic, who can tell me more about how it looks or how it differs, it would be greatly appreciated, so that this guide can be used by everyone and understood by everyone. Yeah, that's all for now. Now, if you want to play co-op, you have 3 different options as of right now. The first one is the most straightforward. Everyone owns the game on Steam. One of you hosts a game, connection type Steam, set a password, start the game, done. Anyone else can join you via the Steam friend group or via in-game, join the game, choose a Steam friend, enter the password, done. The second option, if not all of you own it on Steam, is to rent a server. Now, maybe you can't afford a server, maybe the servers in your region are sold out, which is my problem. And that is why I needed to find a workaround. Many people suggested changing something in your router settings or changing your IP and stuff like that. Not the greatest option, to be honest. But there is another way, which I will show you later in this video. But if you rent a server, I will show it for host game. You switch the connection type if you're on Steam from Steam to IP and LAN. Enter the IP address of the server, the port of the server, the password of the server, and you should be good to go. On Epic Games, you only have the option to select connection type IP and LAN. There is no other option. So, yeah. Now, if the servers are sold out, you can't afford one or whatever, there is this third option. Again, many people suggesting changing settings on your router, changing IP addresses, whatever. But there is a far easier way which doesn't require any of that. First off, I put the game away, and then we talk about the things you need to start this server. Everyone obviously needs the game. It doesn't matter if Steam or Epic Games. Crossplay is available with this method. Next up, the person who is hosting the server needs the Nightingale dedicated server tool. Next up, everyone needs a little program called Hamachi so they can connect to the dedicated server, or to the person that has the dedicated server. I'm going to first talk about the dedicated server part. So for anyone else, timestamp is below when you need Hamachi explained. But for the person who is hosting the server on their computer, this part is important. Now, if you own the game on Steam, you already have this tool available to you. If you don't own the game on Steam, but rather on Epic, you can still get this tool. You need to open the Steam command console and add a specific command. I am not too sure about how to access the Steam command console. There are other guides for that, so preferably refer to these. If you have more insight on how to access the Steam command console, let me know so I can add these things in the guide as well. You would help everyone out with that. So, now you have this dedicated server thing. Maybe it is available on Epic, I don't know. But if it's not, you have to use Steam. You download it and select it, press start. You are done with this part. The server is now launching. It might take 1 to 2 minutes, depending on your hardware. But that is that. Now we focus on the next part. Now the next part is Hamachi. It is an external program with which you connect to other people. So essentially, you create a LAN network in a cloud. For simplicity's sake, I explained it like that. It's not how it works, for simplicity's sake. So, once you download Hamachi, this is what you get. You are basically forced to press the on and off symbol. This is how you log in and log out from Hamachi. And this is the first thing you need to do to create an account. After creating an account, you return to this. And now, preferably the person hosting the server wants to create a network. It isn't necessary, but preferably. You can create a network by clicking on top on network, then a drop-down menu opens with 2 options. For privacy reasons, the things are grayed out here. That I can't show it really, I can't show it any better currently. But the first option is create a network. The second option is join a network. One person creates a network. Everyone else joins this network. There's a network ID. This is just the name of the network. So, LOL, for instance. There is a password to this network. Let's say ABC. Password confirm, ABC. And then you hit create. Yeah, okay. You need to at least have 4 characters in the name. So, lol, 3. Okay, that one is already used. Yeah, but you get the point. This is how you create a network. Now, to join a network, you choose the second option. Enter a network ID, a password. Done. It's that simple. And that is all you need to do with Hamachi. Once everyone of your friends is connected, you can start up the game and join the game. The person hosting the server will need to copy the IP address that is next to the on-off symbol on Hamachi and shared with its friends. The IP4 address, by right-clicking it, you can copy it. There's also the IP46 address, but we don't need that. Just the IP4 address. Copy it and share it with your friends. Once that is done, everyone can go into the game. Everyone, I need to set it up right. Everyone can join the game. Change, if you're on Steam, change the connection type to IP LAN. The first field is the IP address. This is where you enter the IP address from the person that is hosting the server, from Hamachi, the IP address. The port is default 777. These are the port and the password from the server are things you can change via the Steam command console, but you don't really need to, because people need to join your Hamachi network in order to join the world you're playing on. Password is empty, and then you can hit play. And that is basically all. Now we wait a bit. And there we are. Now you can play with your friends. Your friends can join the server, run around, do whatever. So yeah. One thing to mention with Hamachi, this game you can play with 6 players. The free version of Hamachi goes only up to 5 players. You can upgrade that with $49 a year. And it's probably cheaper than most other servers. But then that is a way to play with 6 players on Hamachi. I don't know if there are other ways that are completely free to play with 6 players. But as of right now, for what I know, for my purposes, 5 players is more than enough. Yeah, and then you are on the server. The person with the server could theoretically exit the game without the server shutting down, and this person could do then whatever. But once you close the server by either closing the server itself on Steam or turning off your PC, then everyone gets kicked from the server and the server goes offline. And I can show that to you if I move that a bit over here. And if I now close the dedicated server part, the game will kick me out. So I'm going to do that now. And in a bit we should be kicked off the server. Probably. Or is it because I'm hosting, or I'm the host as well as the... I don't know, but usually other people get kicked when this application is closed, the dedicated server tool. Yeah. Usually. However, thanks for watching. I hope this guide helped. And I would appreciate any feedback, any suggestion on how to... Oh yeah, I got kicked. It just takes a while. I hope you can help me to improve the guide, to improve the guide, basically. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye.